Hi teacher, in this video I talk about the article called Amazing Brain, and I explain and discuss all the information concerning this incredible structure. The brain controls all the human activities, include feel, talk, dance, see, listen, play, and the rest of the activities that appear in the picture. Then, it is responsible to the development of each person, and in summary, the brain is in everything. An interesting fact is that the brain only weighs 2% of the total body weight, but without this small percentage, the human have never existed. So, in the balance, the situation is important and should be considered. Although the small brain size, this had a high energy consumption, that is around the 20% of the total generated in the body. So, is the organ that consumes more energy. The relation between the body and brain is very narrow. So, this organ had some problem, the result is disastrous, like vegetative state or coma, in which the function of the rest of the body is optimal, but the trouble with brain occasionated the paralysis and generalized fail. Other thing incredible about the human brain is its size comparing with other species, because it's the largest and most complex of any living organism. This picture shows a timeline of human brain evolution, and growth pattern is evident. 10 millions of years ago, the primate brain, that is our ancestor, measured 500 cubic centimeters, and nowadays our brain measured treble. So, the advance and evolution is a fact, and not only a hypothesis, as many people believe. The research in charge of a group of scientists showed that the motive of human brain growth was decline fluctuation, which is expressed in this graphic, where in this part, 1 million years ago, the climate change was enormous, with very cold and hot states. So, to adapt to these conditions, the brain had to grow. How observed in this part? The general brain characteristics and its evolution are very interesting, but now the question is how works this incredible structure? And to answer this question, it's necessary to go inside the brain, where a lot of cells are found, and these called neurons, that look like an enormous network that carry electrical signals, how observed in this picture. So, in each one of our heads, we have an electrician machine work every moment. The neurons number in human brain is around 86 billion. This forms more than 125 trillion connections. Each of these is called synapse, and through these pass all the electrical signals that allow the brain activity, and amazingly this fact occur every second. This graph shows how transmit the energy in synapse. This is very incredible because it's a 3D representation of the synapse. Some scientists are saying that synapses number is comparable with the stars in the Milky Way or galaxy, and this is extremely awesome because in our head exist an enormous associations and process like in the universe. So the brain is an exciting area to research. All knowledge waits to be discovered. The brain is divided in three main parts: the brain stem, the cerebellum, and cerebrum. The first part is located in the base of brain and connects with with the spine. The cerebellum is the next, and the cerebrum is finally. And how observed occupied the majority of area of brain. Brainstem is also called lizard brain because it's in charge of the activities that are only necessary for survival, like digestion, breathing, and other automatic body process. This part is very interesting because it's also present in animals like reptiles, amphibians, and others. So it is over other visual facts of the human evolution. Cerebellum controls the activities that require the coordinating muscle movements, or called targeting instructions. That is to say, the information that provides characteristics about the speed or position, and also that regulates the procedural memory that includes the balance and motor process, such as playing guitar, rollerblading, and other activities. The cerebrum is the structure that presents the highest level brain activity, here including processes like speech, learning, thought, and emotion. In this part, also interpret the information from the senses. At the beginning are electrical signals, but in this structure take the form to images, smells, and other sensations. The cerebrum is divided into parts. These are called hemispheres, which connect through a structure called corpus callosum that send the signals between these parts so that both parties work together. A particularly thing about the hemispheres is that control opposite sides of the body, so that the right hemisphere controls the left part of the body, and the left hemisphere controls the right. Other distinction between these parts is the type of functions that control. The right brain focuses in the artist, skills, and things related with creativity, while the left brain controls math skills, speech, and writing. This is very interesting because the personality of each person could be explained from these physiological aspects. For example, in my case, I believe that the left region is better developed. Each hemisphere has four parts called lobes. These are frontal, parietal, occipital, and temporal. That each part controls is specific and independent. In the history have existed a lot of rare medical cases in the brain study. One that draws attention is the case of Phineas Gage, who had an accident and an iron rod pierced his head, but surprisingly surviving, and was only affect his emotions and personality, while thought, memory, and reasoning faculties didn't alter. To understand cases as the Phineas Gage, scientists looked for a new method. So, in the 1920s, a research from Germany called Hans Berger created an apparatus that was able to measure electrical activity in the brain. This tool is the electroencephalogram that still is used today, and for functioning, use electrodes that plate on the head surface. Other of these tools is the fMRI, which measures the brain activity through blood flow. The computer capacity of decipher brain electrical signals can allow the research of new tools, and this aspect is very aggressive. These tools could be the creation of artificial limbs. This type of development could help people that lose the mobility on some part of the body. or insert the human movement capacity in robots, that is artificial intelligence, commonly associated to science fiction, but nowadays is in the real life. Then, although our brain needs a lot of incredible properties and capacities, it's very important the brain care and do activities that improve the faculties of this amazing organ. Activities such as puzzles, brain games, playing a musician instrument, dancing, do exercise, or other things that require brain effort are recommended to anyone. Other important parameters is sleep, because in this moment brain recuperates energy and replaces memory, so it's very important for the brain healthy. Furthermore, some foods like blueberries and walnuts provide suitable nutrients that brain needs. But the most important thing that we can do to help the healthy brain is the protection of bugs or faults that damage any of its structures. Finally, as a conclusion, I say that the brain is the most incredible organ, and its research is very exciting and necessary to know better to humans.